A man from a cold northern country had traveled to a hot southern country. He was a wise and curious man who wished to know everything, so he had gone traveling to learn about the good, the true, and the beautiful. The sun burned from above during the day. The streets were deserted. Everyone hid in shade inside their houses. The man melted in the heat, and his shadow had shrunk completely. But at night, when the sun set, the town came to life, and with it, so too did the man, and even his shadow. From his hotel room balcony, the man admired the myriad of people in the streets. The hectic nightlife put him in a good mood, but he did not descend to take part. He preferred to watch from his balcony. Only one place did not show any sign of life: the house opposite. What was that? Where is the music coming from? perhaps my shadow can enter. Go on in. Yes, go on, and come back and tell me what you see. The following morning, the man stepped out onto his balcony. He remembered the happenings of the night as if in a dream, but then discovered he no longer cast any shadow. Strange. His shadow was nowhere to be seen. The man waited days and weeks for his shadow, but without luck. He decided to travel home on his own. Once home in the cold north, he forgot everything about the incident. He was busy writing about the good, the true, and the beautiful. In this way he spent many years. Until one day, someone knocked on his apartment door. Outside was a tall, slender, and highly well-dressed gentleman. Who do I owe the honor? Indeed, I thought you wouldn't recognize me. I have gained body and clothes like a real human. I am your old shadow. But that is... do come in. What happened in the house opposite? What did you see? Please do tell. Yes, I will tell you about it, but on one condition. You must never reveal that I was once your shadow. You see, I would like to get married like real people do. Yes, of course. But what did you see in there? It was the most wonderful you can imagine. It was poetry herself. Poetry. There, and you must understand, I saw everything there is to be seen, and I learned about my innermost self, my inborn affinity to the nature of poetry. Whilst in your company I didn't consider this, but it recurred when sun rose and when sun set that I became so wondrously huge. In moonlight I was even becoming clearer than yourself. Back then I didn't understand my own true nature, but whilst over there it became clear to me. I became human. I came out in full maturity, but you were no longer in the cold countries. As a human, I was ashamed to go about as I did. I needed boots, garments, and all of this exterior finish by which a man is known. It was not till evening that I ventured out. The world is a mean place indeed. I wouldn't actually wish to be a human being. I saw what no humans were supposed to know, and what they all so wanted to know. The evil conduct of their neighbors. Had I written a newspaper, how eagerly it would have been read. Instead, I wrote directly to the person in question, and so I caused horror in every city I arrived to. They became so scared of me, and they cared about me immensely. Professors made me a professor. Tailors gave me new garments, the coin makers made me rich, and the women said I was so handsome. In this way I became the man I am. And now I bid you farewell. Here is my card. I live on the sunny side and stay at home in rainy weather. The man was left on his own, in despair. For years he'd sat alone in his apartment, writing about the good, the true and the beautiful, but no one cared to read his writings. All whilst his old shadow travelled the world and experienced everything the man dreamt about, and it had even become happy and rich. About 1 year later, the shadow returned. You have no understanding of the world. That is what makes you ill. You should go to a sanatorium. I am undertaking such a journey this summer. Do you care to join me? It would be rather splendid to have a travel companion, and since I have no shadow, perhaps you should accompany me as my shadow. I, being your shadow, out of the question. But you are ill. You almost look like a shadow. It will be a great pleasure to acquire your company for old time's sake. I will pay the journey, and you can write a travel account and provide entertainment on the way. And so the two commenced their journey together. The shadow always made sure to be on the master side, and the man didn't give it much thought. He had a good heart and was exceedingly mild and friendly. Now that we have become travel companions and even grew up together, shouldn't we be familiar? What a splendid idea! But I suggest we reverse our current manner of speaking by you addressing me formally. Then we are already halfway there. And so it was. traveling companions arrived enthusiastically to the sanatorium. Was a princess. The princess suffered from the disease of seeing far too clearly. I clearly see that your illness is that you have no shadow. Well, then your highness must be getting better, because you haven't seen the person that always walks with me. I know it is highly unusual, but I am not one to care for the ordinary, so I have brushed off my shadow to become human. The same evening, a party was held at the sanatorium. The princess and the shadow danced. They flew elegantly across the floor, for she was a princess, light as a feather, and he pure air. During the dance, they spoke about her country, and to her surprise, the shadow knew all about it. She was very moved and fell in love. The shadow immediately saw she was dazzled by him and continued to seduce her through another dance. But when he marries me, he must govern many people and a large country. This requires many skills. I will have to test him first. What is the meaning of life? Why are people so different? Why do men wear ties in your country? Who are you? Oh, I learned that as a child. I think even my shadow can answer that. Your shadow? How is that? You see, we have kept each other company our entire life. He has listened to me, and believe me, he is so proud of being acknowledged as a human being. It puts him in a good mood, and then he answers well. My shadow will be the best to rule over my people. I am going to marry him. Listen, my good friend. I will marry the princess. And now when I have become so happy and mighty as anyone can be, I will also do something special for you. You must live with me at the castle, drive with me in the royal chart, and receive several 100,000 as yearly payments. But then you must let yourself be called my shadow by each and every one. You mustn't say that you were ever human. Once a year, when I let myself be seen, sitting at the balcony in the sun, you must lie by my feet as any shadow does. But that is insane. I'm not going to. It is a deception of the whole country and the princess. I'm going to reveal everything. That I am human and you are a shadow merely wearing clothes. I am human and you are a shadow merely wearing clothes. That I am human and you are a shadow merely wearing clothes. No one will believe it. My shadow has gone insane. Can you believe it? He thinks he is human and that I, unimaginable, am his shadow. That is terrible. So terrible. I hope he has been locked up. Yes, of course he has. And I am afraid he will never become himself again. Poor him. Perhaps it was better if he were given peace from the little life he has left still. Indeed, it is hard. He was a good servant.